Hey everybody, Dan here for Comic Frontline, and I saw that Chris is doing some unboxing, so I figured I would join in, get some unboxing going here, because I did get a couple new pieces of merchandise that I thought would be good to share with all of you. I haven't been having a chance to get to unbox these yet, so I said, why not do it together with the Comic Frontline family? Knowing that Jay and Chris are also big Superman fans, I figured this Superman item would be good to hit here on Comic Frontline. So, we have DC Superhero Collection, Hero Collection, Mega Special, Superman. Okay, I just off of this box, or when I saw the solicitation, I did figure that I liked the pose, okay? If you're a Superman collector like myself, there's been a number of statues that came out. Actually, the first Bowen statue was a Superman piece. What always struck me about that one is that he's turned a bit. So if he's facing you, you can Google Bowen Superman, and you'll see that if he's facing you, his torso is turned kind of away from you. And if you have the torso facing you, he's facing away from you. So it wasn't really like a dead-on straight shot. I actually have one from a Warner Brothers store that was a pretty much straight shot, which is preferable for me. I still have the Bowen one. I have a number of pieces of Superman, including, as Brandon and Chris know, a life-size Superman. But again, when we're here this time for this one, you can see here, got some measurements on the box. Actual size, 335 millimeters. And says on the box, rocketed to Earth as a baby, raised by loving foster parents, possessed of incredible powers. He is the original and the greatest superhero of them all. He is Superman. And I really can't argue with that because he's my favorite character of the commercial comic characters. So, without further ado, let us, you'll notice it's metric, so just had a worldwide release because in the US, we of course, okay, just unboxing video, show the actual unboxing. Looks like it's sandwiched between two plastic, two plastic pieces. You're gonna have to be careful with that so that this unboxing video doesn't become a tragedy. I wonder if anyone ever posted a video where they unboxed and it just broke the item. Okay, apparently there's a certificate of authenticity. This one is number 684 out of 1,000. Some collectors try to get like a low number because I guess they feel that the mold is going to deteriorate with filling and unfilling. I've never been that particular about it. You'll have some early ones that are painted poorly and some later ones that are painted well. It all just... Alright, so now, as predicted, we have some tape to hold these in place. So let's go all Wolverine with the box cutter, schnicked. Alright, and we'll cut the tape so that we can open this plastic. Okay, let's see where the tape is. There's another clear plastic, clear tape. All right, looks like we got it going here. Okay, instructional video, how to open your Superman statue for anyone who has one of these. All right, I'm being careful. I'm not even sure. It has a good weight to it. I'm not sure of the material. There goes the plastic. All right, now let's take a look. See, as expected, I really like that pose. The cape. All right, let's do a little of this. I'm rotating it here. All right. Anyone who's, get the keyboard out of the way, particular about face sculpts, I'd say that's a pretty good one. And the emblem, I don't know if it's catching on the camera here. The emblem is a little raised. So I guess everyone might have their preferences of raised or just painted on. Very traditional, you know. We can see here, of course, which even the comics went back to. We got the red trunks, the traditional belt. Thankfully, DC Comics and Jim Lee didn't get to this statue yet, so we do not have those bracelets that they're insisting to leave their mark on the character. Hopefully, as things progress, someone will come around and wipe that out. And also of note with the Bowen, where the cape connects the shirt, it doesn't quite sit flush, which of course this does. You know, maybe a little spacing over there between the cape and the. See, some people, I see some unboxing of items where I think no one wants that buyer's remorse. So the item's perfect. They're jumping up and down with joy. I like to try to be realistic with anything I buy. But yeah, I will say that, again, with that pose and the traditional costume, and this is a good size, pretty good size here of statue. So all in all, and I like the symbol. You know, that's very well done. It's got the bubble at the end of the bottom of the S there. So that falls in line more with Christopher Reeves rather than George Reeves, or Christopher Reeve rather. But again, I don't really have a super preference as far as raised shield or flush on the shirt, just painted on. I'll say his skin color is good. You know, I mean, he gets his powers from the sun, but it doesn't look like he's been out tanning too much. Let's see. Show you this base here. It's got some felt on the bottom, which is good for it not sliding. And what is this? Oh, I don't think the camera's going to catch that. can see DC. So DC is engraved into the base. And got that classic yellow shield on the back of the cape. Been a few artists who kind of leave that off. And trying to give you... Now, I'll say the physique is good also. You know, he's got some leg muscles, which we have some artists who draw like this wacky upper body and then skinnier legs. So I'd say as a bodybuilding judge for drug-free bodybuilding competitions in the past, I'd say that the physique is well represented here. Yeah, well, you're not going to have a big lat spread or anything in this pose. You could if you tried, but some statues, I'll say that they do super skinny on the calves also. Like the artist doesn't know that people have calf muscles. This is okay with the calves. So overall, I will rate this statue as a pretty good statue. I'll show you actually. I'm going to be careful here because I don't want to mess this one up. This is, I believe, unboxing from a while ago. This is just like a this was a I forgot what they called it, paperweight. So it was an actual statue, but I think it came out as a paperweight. So it was very low cost. But you can see the boots are a little lower on this one. The pose isn't really, again, just because it was, it looked very good. As far as, again, it has good colors, good costume, classic costume, another raised shield. But overall, it was a good sculpt for the price. So I picked this one up. But again, the pose, I'm not like, doing cartwheels over. I like this pose much better. I think this is actually a little bit like the Superman statue they have in Metropolis, Illinois. Putting down the other statue there so it doesn't break. If you ever see that, they have a Superman Day celebration over there. So I do like this statue. Let's see. Life Size and Warner Brothers being my two favorites that I have. I also have a museum quality piece that really ranks high. So I'm thinking it's in my top 10. I like it better than the paperweight one here. But yeah, I think I like it even better than the Bowen. The Bowen has a sentimental value. It's the first Bowen statue they ever produced. So that Superman just has a value of that. It was almost like probably the first Superman statue I owned, maybe. There's also a Golden Age Superman statue that came. It came with a book. It was in a box set. I also got a Fleischer Superman. Maybe I should have brought that up, but that was pretty good. But I'll say this is in the top 10 of Superman statues, where I'm concerned. Okay, so let's put this down, because as you could probably see in the title of the unboxing video, we did have another item to unbox. And that is, let's see, 112 Collective. Okay, it's 112 Collective Popeye. Okay, let's take it out of the bag before I start showing you what we got here. Now, most of my stuff is Marvel Legends, DC Direct size figures. So I'm not that big on like the 12-inch figures, but every once in a while, one will catch my eye that I think would look pretty cool. Who do I have? I have like Steve Austin, the old Bionic Man figure. I have Mike Powers, Atomic Man, which was part of the G.I. Joe line, but it's something I had as a kid, and I really loved that, so I had to pick one up. Um, Someone made a George Reeves Superman. That's a 12-inch figure, so I have that. So I have a little display. Again, not many. I don't really try to go nuts with those. But I just thought Popeye would be again, he was an old favorite as a kid. I thought it'd be pretty cool for him to be represented. Here's the box, all the accoutrements that come with the figure. And that's how it is. Okay, it looks like we got this slipcase that goes over the box. It's wrapped in plastic. Not going to bother taking it out right now. Let's see, and there you have, boy, Superman, Popeye, and all his extras that come with the figure. Let's see, just seeing if there's tape on this. Preserve this box here. I don't want to rip it open if there's tape. I don't see any tape. Try not to damage this box. All right. Okay. Slides out. Looks like we got another certificate of authenticity going here. I know these 112 collectibles are like highly detailed. Okay, now, right away I could see that I guess 112 is a bit smaller than I had predicted, so it's not going to be displayed with those 12-inch figures. It's quite a bit smaller. It's actually probably more in line with all my Marvel Legends and DC Directs. So he's going to feel right at home there. Yep, most definitely. Hey, it's a great size. And that's the majority of my figures. So I'm not that broken up about it. But I did expect, I think for the pricing, that it was a larger figure than this. Okay. So, let's see if we can get in there on Popeye, see if the camera, well, let's see here. Trying to show you detailing. He's in his denim outfit with the back flap. I don't think the camera's focusing in on him. Still seems focused in on me. Let's see if I try to get out of the frame. Nope, it's not going to happen. All right. Oh, there it goes. Boom. See the facial sculpt here? All right. Now, what does it come with? It's got this Popeye duffel bag. We have, let's see, number of hands. Okay, number of hands. Up. Try not to have this all go all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, if you flip it up like that, things will start falling out. Got a hat, which I think is pretty standard for Popeye. I don't think he usually walks around without the hat. Oh, well, you got your choice. Sailor hat. Oh, they stay on pretty well. Skipper hat. Oh, thought there was another one here. I don't know if it fell or something. I'll have to look around because it seems like there's another spot here for something. Let's see. Like another hat. Maybe when I was tilting it upward to show you guys. Let's see. Maybe it's on the back of the box. Yeah, it looks like they got another hat. Looks like it's a knit hat. I'll have to see if that dropped someplace. Not in this spot here. Alright, we also have another head sculpt apparently. It's an interesting thing to have here. Trying to see the difference here. Doesn't seem to be much difference of this other head sculpt. Maybe he's angrier here. Yeah, looks like that's the deal. He's more like gritting his teeth and everything. There's a difference of the heads. Show you this. I think these are pipes. And a compass. Putting this other head away. Compass and the number of hands. I mean, it comes with the fist on them already. And it just looks like we have a number of hands here. He could point if he wants, I guess. Got some open hands. Very well crafted. Let's see if I'll get out this can of spinach here. This is the one that's been popped open, scrunched, and spinach comes out. And here's the one that's still, I mean, it'd be a lot to have to display all this. Up, and I guess there is a stand. See if I can get this out. Yeah. A stand that comes with it. Which, kind of tough with all the Marvel Legends and DC Directs if you don't have a stand. A lot of them are tough to stand. And sometimes one of them falls. Oh, there's the other hat. Nope. That's where the stand was. All right. If one of them falls, they knock into another one. Sometimes it's like dominoes with these action figures. Oh, wait. Here's the other hat. Fell onto the desk here. Okay, this is more like a knit beanie, which Popeye was seen to be wearing on occasion. So you could have him in that knit beanie. The captain's hat. Or what I'm thinking would be my choice probably is a sailor hat. No, I think I had it right. Looks like he wears it a little tilted according to this. So again, if you're like me and you're unsure about this line, I mean, obviously they spare no expense on the detail. I'm going to get it into the light here. This is a cloth costume. Okay, the detail is very well done. Again, it's going to be in line with a Marvel Legends. I'm sure I have a Marvel Legends around here somewhere. There's always a Marvel Legends around. Oh, here's a DC Universe. This is a Build-A-Figure, Killer Croc. Popeye was always a shorter guy. He's not like tall like Bluto. So now you have a scale of where Popeye... I might actually go with an open hand on this. All right. Compare the heights over here. Is the crossover the public demanded, but never knew they needed. Cable and Popeye. And this is a Marvel Select cable. Okay. And there's 1/12 Popeye. So you can see Popeye, I think he's the right height according to his appearances. I'd say Popeye is probably about 5'7", I'm going to say, with Bluto probably being 6'2". Don't take that as official. That's just my opinion. Let me put cable down here for a second. So again, if you're expecting a larger figure, just make sure that you know that Popeye is more in line with your Marvel Legends collectibles than your classic G.I. Joe figures and such. All right, so I think that about does it here for this unboxing. Saw a number of figures. I'm going to find a spot for that statue. As far as Argo Comics is concerned, I do have issues in production. I think 31 is at the printer right now. Argo 5, number 31. My Kickstarter book, Argo 5, Volume 2, that's been paid for at the printer. So that's printing as we speak to be fulfilled. And, as far as a indie haul video, that should be forthcoming as well, because the indie books have been stacking up, and we're going to get to another one of those pretty soon. And that about covers everything I've been covering for in Comic Frontline. So you can check out my own channel, Argo Comics, ARGO Comics, and you can keep coming back to Comic Frontline for all your comics news, reviews, and entertainment.